This is YSM Sports Media. Want to thank you for all your love and support. Really appreciate it. We wouldn't be able to do this without you. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now, then click the notification button for all future content. Hassan Amid, what's good, bro?
Everything's good, brother.
Okay, what you got going on today?
We just got a little strength and conditioning, a lot of floor work, little technical things we're working on, getting sharp for the big fight on May the 1st.
All right, he's moving up to 160 for a title shot against Lara. How did this fight all come about?
I'm kind of not sure of that. I know he's ranked 10 or higher in different sanctioning bodies, which makes him eligible to be able to fight, coming off 2 sensational knockouts in Mexico. Also off of a very controversial 10-round loss.
Brian Mendoza, I thought he won that fight.
So did the majority of the people. So that kind of put him in the right space with Lara moving up, fighting for the vacated title that's vacated by Canelo. So that put him in that position. So it's an excellent fight for him.
All right, now, is there going to be any changes to Camp because he's moving up from 154 to 160?
Not at all, not at all, not at all. It's just less weight we have to cut, but nothing's different. Same high intent workout, same nutrition, just less of it, less stress, actually.
Okay. What does Erislandy Lara bring to the table that can make this a difficult fight?
It's crafty. He's come from an excellent Cuban boxing system where countless of champions were born. He's a lefty. He's got great movement. He's one-dimensional, but his one dimension is a hell of a one dimension. So we're concerned about his length. His arms is actually longer than his height. So most people would discount his Lamanna's height advantage because of the arm length of Lara.
When preparing for a world champion like Lara, do you watch like all of his old fights, or basically it's like a case by case basis?
No, well, I mean, I haven't rewatched a lot of his old fights. I just watched most of them when they was coming up because I'm actually a fan of him. But there's very few fighters that he's going to fight that he has fought that are similar to Cornflake. The closest is Terrell Goucher. So we looked at that fight and tried to gauge some of the things that we could do that Terrell does that he did well in that fight against him. So, but most of the stuff is Cornflake is unique in his own style and his own way of boxing. So there's very few fights that we could watch that could give us a gauge of what we could do, because basically Lara does the same thing in all the fights. As I said before, he just does it at a high level, and you can't take it away. He got 3 punches, and you don't be the champion as long as he has, and with just 3 punches, if those 3 punches aren't good punches. He's a very good boxer, very good IQ. He brings the Cuban mystique, so a lot of things that we have to contend with in the fight that we're not overlooking in any way, shape, form, or fashion.
Is it difficult to find sparring for a Cuban-style fighter, southpaw, of the caliber of Lara?
Yes, it is, certainly. So you can hope to just get southpaw sparring and content yourself with that, because again, this guy is technically, you look at him like, man, from the naked eye, he don't do nothing. He got 3 punches, but he hasn't been beaten, and most of his losses are controversy. He hasn't been beaten in a while, and when he does get beat, there's a controversial loss, or he didn't gave the person hell.
Overall prediction for the fight?
My prediction is a unanimous decision for Cornflake. I wouldn't be surprised. He can punch. He can punch. We don't know what them, where 38 years old or better. We don't know what his body's resistance is to that right now. But I know we punch hard. We got a good core of coaches that's working with him, a tandem, and we put him in position to punch hard and to punch with the maximum force. So we don't know, but I'm conventional wisdom says boxing. It's going to be a decision, and Cornflake is normally, Lara normally goes the distance and survives, and we're gonna try to outpoint him.
Last question. Erislandy Lara, like you said, decorated amateur, decorated veteran, right? What would you say is, well, I was going to ask you what would be his biggest weakness, but you said the 3 punches that he throws, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are the 3 punches?
Primarily, you got a paw and flicking jab that she sets up this double left cross with. You get, so he primarily flicks with that jab, right jab, to set up that distance for that double left cross. Occasionally he'll put it under, but most of this is a jab to the throwaway left hand and then the comeback left hand. So it's basically the follow-up left hand to that. So basically the 3 punches he contend with.
Okay. All right. Seems like you got him scouted pretty well.
Yeah. We watching him. I'm a fan of him. Because you got it, like I said, in the case of the Mayweathers, the Ali's, the Roy Joneses, the Purnells, Meldricks, cats like that had, they slip punches and and come back with multiple combinations. And Ray Leonard, they got pretty much all the combinations, every tool in the game. You got a young, exciting kid that's out there now, David Benavidez. They got over and under, hooked it by his head. This kid don't do none of that. He go on to a long distance, and he has the beneficiary of some freakish long arms, and he stay out and pop out and pot shot you and wait for this left cross to come in. So again, it's no tough out. It's a tough out. It's no easy task, and we're gonna be prepared for it. But I definitely got him scouted. We're going in there prepared the best we can, mentally and physically, to be able to pull this victory off.
Okay. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.